What's up, cousins? It's DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. I need you guys to come in, join the discussion, become a subscriber if you are not already, and make sure your notification bells are on so that you don't miss a thing. What's up, cousins? Welcome back to the channel. This is DYANAROZAY. Y'all already know. We are here to talk about Belle Collective Season 8, Episode 6. I hope somebody brought some ice, some cups, some plates, whatever it is, child, because baby, it is burning up. Oh my goodness. Listen, I saw a video the other day where they were talking about how hot it is. And somebody said, who told the devil to put his ass crack on the earth? Okay, I agree. Who told him to do that? It is hot. It is hot. I need you guys to come on in. Y'all know, pull up a seat at the picnic table. Make yourself comfortable, child. Grab yourself a drink, a mojito, a margarita, something. Because we are here to talk about Belle Collective yet again. Okay, so thank y'all for coming through. Hit the like button, share the video. Welcome to all the new family, all the new cousins. I see y'all. Thank you. Oh my goodness. And take that poll at the top of the chat, okay? Take the poll, because we are talking about Miss Kerri Paul, who, you know, is shaking the season up. And I do mean that. People have some strong emotions about Kerri, about Marlene, Kerri's mother-in-law. We've been talking about it the last couple of weeks. I want to know how y'all feel. Come on in. I see Miss Erica is in the house. What's up, Erica? Erica is one of my members. And if you would like to become one, you can click the link at the top of the chat. You said you missed the lives. Well, I am very happy you are here now. Missed the lives, and that you have what? Oh, you have a fan and the water. Thank you. I appreciate you, Miss Erica. So come on in, y'all. We got a lot to talk about. First up, we're going to talk about Miss Marie, who is also shaking the table, okay? She was over there on, hold on, let me get the video up. She was over there on No Chasers page. She did an interview. And baby, when I tell y'all, she got a problem with somebody. I'm going to have y'all put it in the chat who you think she's talking about. But she said 2 of them people on the show need to either be demoted or, you know, given their walking papers, shake a bone and get the fuck on. She said, y'all ain't doing enough. Okay. So if y'all missed this interview, please check it out. It is on No Chasers page. I gave him a shout out. I had talked to him a little bit earlier to make sure that I could use this video. But yes, check this out. She's not playing any games. Oh my goodness. Here we go.
Desire to be in the room with other women who I can learn and grow from. And unfortunately, I feel like in this group with some of these ladies, I feel that I'm not getting anything from the room. I feel like I'm suffocated because I'm not getting anything.
Do you feel comfortable naming any of those bells?
Well, you know, you all watch the show. You all know who give and who don't. You know who's giving. You know who, you know, the bells who are suffocating and they can't function without the other, and you know what I'm saying, who can't stand strong and alone on their own and hold their own.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I just feel like, you know, it's maybe 2. You know, maybe one or 2.
Okay. Add 2 to the bells that you have, or remove 2.
It need to be some need to be replaced.
Okay, I'm just
saying. I'm just being honest. Like maybe demoted or something. You know, to a friend of the show.
Okay.
I desire to be in the room with other women who I can learn and grow from.
Okay. That's what she said. Listen, Miss Erica, you have a beautiful Abby. Your picture is so pretty. I just wanted to say that. I'm actually looking at it on a bigger screen. I can't see it on my computer screen, but I'm looking at it, and you have your little, I think it's like a cookie or something, a peach, maybe a peach that you're holding over your eye. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. But yes, I just wanted to say that I know we are on episode 6, and I don't know how this season is going to end, but so far, Marie is out here, pulling people's pulling people's contracts and telling the production teams or whomever, Carlos King, you can get rid of some of them or, demote some of them. That's some big talk. That's big talk. You know what I'm saying? So yes. Okay. Come on in, hit the like button, share the video, talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Hopefully nobody has a problem with this show. I know people have a problem with Love and Mayor Tunstall, but y'all shouldn't have a problem with this show. Come on in and talk, okay? Hopefully nobody's kicking y'all out of their nobody's kicking you out of their little channels if you talk about this show. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to show you guys, if I actually have it. Oh, here it is, right here. Here it is y'all know I talk about my skincare. I do talk about my skincare. And right now I am using a product called Medicube Collagen Jelly Cream. Okay. Let me open it up so y'all can see what it looks like too, because I want y'all to see that I really use the product. I don't know if you can tell. It's almost done. I got my second jar already though, because y'all know I don't play. I don't play when it comes to my skincare. So this is what I am using right now. That's what it looks like a little jelly. And just so you can see that the name is the same as the picture. Anyway, this is thebomb.com. I use this. I've been using this pretty regularly because y'all know I also use the retinol, but during the summer months, child, that retinol will burn your skin if you are in the sun. And I am a summer baby. I love the sun. I love the beach. I love all the things that has to do with the sun, child. So me and the sun get along. Me and the sun get along. But in order to keep my skincare routine up, I do use this in the summer, the Medicube Collagen Jelly. And actually, I put it on at night before I go to sleep. And in the morning, I will put just a thin layer on to work as a primer underneath my makeup because it's that good. So if you would like to give my channel a little credit, you can purchase this. There is an icon on the front of your cell phone screen, and right in the corner, it'll either be a shopping basket or it might be like a little, I think it's called a CR code. Click that and it'll take you right to where to buy, okay? And if you are on your computer, there's a link underneath the menu bar. So give it a shot. You guys, I promise it is a good product and you will see the results the next day, right after use, not 4 weeks later, not 2 weeks later, the very next day. Okay. So give that product a try and let's get back to the conversation. After I say hello to my sister, because y'all know I love my sister. We got the same mama, same daddy. This is Miss Clone in the house. I don't care if you guys have different opinions. Just don't go after anybody because these people don't know us. They don't care if we talk about them because that's what's supposed to happen to keep this show on the air. What I care about if you go after each other, because different strokes for different folks. We all have different opinions. What's up, Glaze? What's up, Andre? What's up, Butterfly? Come on in, you guys. You said thank you, Selena and Kerri. Anyway, Selena and Kerri. You said Selena is boring. I know people were saying it could be Tambra. There's a lot of stuff. That's going on, but y'all put it in the chat. We'll keep going. Okay, so this show picks up exactly where it left off with Matt and Kerri over there at that restaurant on the patio, okay, acting a damn fool, acting a fool in front of everybody over there. Yeah, there. So they are actually, Kerri and Matt wanted to meet up with Matt's mama, Marlene, who is, a point of contention in their relationship. Kerri already said that her and Matt get along fine. Their marriage is good unless they talk about money or his mama. That's where shit turns left. And they have both shared with us that, Kerri and Matt, they've had some problems in the past where Matt has gotten the stepping. He has packed his things and left the crib. You know what I'm saying? For days, weeks, months, years at a time. And then they find a way to come back together. Now, I do believe that Matt has married his mama. I think that he loves his mama. I think that Kerri is very much the emotional and maybe even mental spirit animal of his mama. He married his mama, whether she thinks so or not. I know everybody's different. I don't think that I am my husband's mother when she was here, God rest her soul. I don't think that I was her at all. And I don't, well, let me take that back. I have come to realize that my husband has some qualities of my father. I do recognize that now. In the beginning, I didn't see it, but I do now. But I do believe that Matt married his mama all the way. All the way. I mean, she's a different woman, but she's the same. She's very much the same. And even Kerri's mama said in the last episode, she said, Marlene, you and my daughter are too much alike. But they are here hoping to mend things from the last incident where shit went way left. Only, I don't know if Kerri is there to mend anything because she got some props. You know what I'm saying? She got like a big ass sketchboard and markers and all kinds of stuff. I said, Kerri, you already coming to the table wrong. This is how we know you already coming to the table wrong. You did not let your husband in on the fact that you are coming to the table wrong. Baby, it was a hot mess. Okay. What is up, Teresa? Love to see you. She is another one of my members, you guys. So come on in, y'all. Go on over to the picnic table. Get yourself something, child. There's plenty of ice. We needed 20 bags of ice, cups, all the things. So it's hot, but enjoy yourselves. Enjoy yourselves, okay? But anyway, Kerri, Miss Marlene had made the comment, child, that God is here. When they said we need Jesus, she said, God is here. And then Kerri said, how dare you call yourself God? She said, I didn't. I just said he was here. God goes with me wherever I go, right? So she's like, baby, pump your damn brakes. Try to laugh a little bit. Don't be such a damn hot ass mess. But Kerri said, listen, I don't even like the fact that I'm trying to have an emotional moment with my husband, try to get him on my team, try to make him see my side of things. And here your ass come walking in at the wrong time. So Kerri's ready to get to business. And Matt said, listen, you called the meeting. It looks like you got some shit you want to show us. So go ahead and tell us what it is, right? Matt did not know. And Kerri ends up saying, cool, boo, cool. Kerri gets up, picks up this damn dry board. This is not a dry board. It's like a sketch pad. If anybody's ever know what a sketch pad is, real huge. And, people draw art and shit on it. Well, Kerri done got this damn sketch pad, child, that she done picked up. And it got like all kinds of shit on it, like rocks. And there's like a little blue part where you can see it's a pond or something. It's supposed to be a pond or something on it, right? And she said, okay, boo-boo, talking to his mama. Okay, boo-boo, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the property, the promised land, the Paul's promised land. So she is very much being a little bit aggy, just a little bit. Because I was like, how do you expect to mend fences if this is where your energy is from the jump? And Matt's mama is sitting there. Matt's mama looks at her son and she said, she's a lunatic. She's a lunatic, Matt. Are you going to let this heifer talk to me like this? And he's giggling because he don't know what to do. His energy is nervous. And Miss Kerri took a damn magic marker and she said, you weren't even married to Matt's daddy when he died. So this ain't got shit to do with you. This land, and then she draws an X through the property that she drew out. She drew an X like this. She said, baby, let's split this shit in 4 quadrants. And it ain't got shit to do with you. And then she said, this is our, meaning her and Matt's property. This is the heir property that we were supposed to get, and you don't have shit to do with it. Okay? Now, I asked y'all to take that poll. Come on in, y'all. I see Miss Erica Yvette is in the house. Welcome, girl. You said Kerri and Marlene are both too damn much. Yeah. So she said, this is our land. You don't have shit to do with it. You weren't even married to that man. The fact that you have taken over where you don't belong is a problem for me, right? So she's doing all of this. And Matt's mama, she's really stumped. I mean, stumped. Y'all know his mama, she talks. She gets to say what she wants. You know what I'm saying? She's at an age where she says what she wants. That's just what it is. But Kerri stumped her with that little realization. Now, there's probably a whole lot more to it that did not play out on production. They didn't make the cut. It hit the editing floor. But that mama was sitting there with them damn Matrix glasses on, because she don't let us see her eyes for some reason. But she was sitting there with the Matrix glasses on, looking at her son. And she said, "You gonna let this clown talk to me like this? Are you gonna let, what is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you?" But anyway, Kerri got her big one off. In confessional, Matt says, "God damn." He said, "I would never in a million years have that type of interaction with Kerri's parents over her inheritance, something that belongs to her and her family. I wouldn't do it." Kerri is a habitual line stepper. Okay, crosses the line every damn time, and she has crossed the line here. He does not agree with how his wife is handling this. And I also want to say this. I just want to put this out here. If the shit is supposed to be divided amongst four, we know Matt is one. Who are the other three? They showed us a picture of Matt's siblings. They only showed us one. It was a lady, right? So we know that it was when they were kids. So we saw a young girl and Matt. But if her father, or if Matt's father had two other children with someone other than Marlene, because that's what I'm assuming, right? Then why in the hell are you talking for everybody, Kerri? Those other three, we know your husband's there, but those other three is the one who should be bringing this to the table. In my opinion, I'm going to assume that Matt has some half siblings out there, and that Kerri is, just up in arms about the whole thing. Either way, Matt tells his wife at the table in front of his mama, me and my mama have already talked about this. You weren't there." And Kerri said, "Well, if this is ours, then why in the fuck wasn't I there? I should have been a part of that conversation, Matt. And I'm going to tell you something else. It sounds like you've picked a side. And it wasn't your wife, so I'm getting the fuck out of here." And Kerri walks out the door. Kerri walks out. She leaves Matt and his mama there. His mama was like, "That's right. That's right. Me and my son already had this conversation, and you can go. I don't care." And that's how that particular scene ends. Oh my goodness. I just want to say, I don't care if people don't like Kerri. Kerri is bringing the thunder in this particular season. I do like her for that reason, because things can get a little bit humdrum. So the fact that they were able to bring this to the show is great. Now, that being said, I do feel, me personally, that she might be taking things a little bit too far with his mama on TV, because she really does start shit. And even though she can't see it, a lot of what she sees as a problem with Matt's mama is also the problem that others have with her. And that's why I would like for her to just show a little more grace, because if she can't show others grace for the very and y'all know what they say, the old saying is, usually it's what's inside of you that you see in others that you hate what you see in others, because it's also inside of you. It's something you yourself can't change. But yeah, that's how it happened. Anyway, I asked y'all to take that poll at the top, because we still need answers. There's still a lot of questions. We saw a picture of Matt's mama, daddy, him, and his sister. But Kerri said it should be split 4 ways, which strongly suggests that there's 2 other children, possibly half siblings, that have a say-so over this land. And that type of shit gets held up in probate court unless there was some sort of legal, there might be legal paperwork, because the other two children, if that's the case, the other two children should have said something, right? If there is half siblings, that's the type of stuff that gets held up in probate court. Like, why is this woman involved if she doesn't have anything to do with it? Now, last week we heard in the episode Marlene say that her and her husband had sat down with a lawyer, and that she, even though we didn't know at the time that was her ex-husband, she said, I am actually following whatever the wishes were to the letter. This is a part of that, how it was supposed to be divvied out. But we don't know. Maybe when Matt's father died, he had not had a chance to change the will or, do another document about the land. And so that would have put the ex-wife in charge of it. And she's taking it seriously, she's taking it very seriously. Okay. Yes. So anyway, because of that, I still feel like Kerri coming there with that damn sketchboard and saying, baby, let's split this up because you shouldn't have had it. This belongs to me and Matt. I think that was still just a little bit overboard. Just a little bit overboard. If her husband said it, I'm going to stick with her husband at this point. But anyway, I asked y'all to take the poll because really it's your opinion that I want to know. So I'm going to get to that. And if you guys are watching the replay, answer the question in the comment section. Everybody else, y'all take the poll that's right above. Okay, so the question is, does Marlene still have a say over her children's inherited property after her divorce? And 58% of y'all said yes, if the kids or if a lawyer gave her permission, while 42% of y'all said no, she should have bowed out regardless of what her kids said or regardless of what a lawyer said, because there's other children that's involved and she just should have stepped away. So she has very smart children. Matt is no dummy. He has his own businesses. He played professional football. He knows some things, right? He's not married to a stupid person. Kerri is smart. She is she gets her opinion out there. She gets her opinion out there, but she's a smart woman. They could have handled this on their own, possibly. But I am actually in this moment, because I don't have the full picture of who these other two children are, why they have let Marlene be responsible, because Marlene was on that damn porch, on that slave house, whatever was on that house that looked like it could have been a slave quarters, brushing the dust off, sweeping the floor. Clearly she has a key. Kerri doesn't have a key. That's what it looks like to me. So right now, I'm still going to say that Kerri might be pushing where she should not push. She should let her husband handle it and not get so involved, because things that her husband could say to his mama could be forgiven, but things that she says to his mama may never be forgiven. And that's the truth. You got to know when to hold them and where to fold them. And I don't mean things that she says to her mama not forgiven by his mama. I mean, Matt is going to hold those memories of the things that she says to his mama, and he might not be able to get over it. So you got to know when to shut the fuck up. Personally, that's my thing. Okay. Anyway, let's move on to the next scene. I appreciate y'all voting. All right. So the second scene involves Treese. Treese is at her restaurant, Taste, and she decides that she wants to have a meetup for the Belles at her restaurant. She said, child, it's been a minute. We know that they've gotten over some things, but there's still a little tension. And so she wants to make sure everybody's good, especially since they have some sort of trip plan. Her and Glenn have a trip planned in Atlanta, right? So she gets everybody there. And Marie comes in with a grievance. She already has a bone to pick. She said, baby, I have heard that y'all mofos have been talking about me, making it seem like my businesses aren't, upstanding, doing what they're supposed to do. So she's there and she's happy to explain the shit. Hey, everybody, check this out. I got my ninth location that's ready to open. My ninth location, make no mistake about it. Whereas some of y'all might be juggling your businesses, trying to figure out how to build a business, try to figure out how to lose a business appropriately, maybe make some money off of it. She said, y'all ain't nowhere near my level. You're nowhere near my level. And I want to make sure that the hoes that have been talking about me behind my back know for a fact, okay, that I did not lose a business the way you want to make it seem like I lost a business, right? So she's telling everybody that I had to close a location because the landlord wanted to jack up my rent $5,000. He's already making a pretty profit off of me. And since I own an empty building, I can simply renovate that one, move that location that the landlord wants to jack up the rent on, move that location to my renovated building. And at the same time, I'm opening up a new location somewhere else. So they're all trying to figure out, well, baby, is that what we saw was closed? And so you're saying that the one that you had to shut down is now moving over to the Pearl location, to the one you're having the grand opening on. She's like, no, that's not what I said at all. Okay. The one that is opening up, the Pearl location that I'm about to do the ribbon cutting for, that was already in the works to open. Okay. There is a lease over there. I am paying rent. I'm talking about the one that closed. The one that closed is going to reopen in my new section, right? Either way, y'all are all invited to the one that has the ribbon cutting on this day. Make sure your asses show up because I need y'all to see that I am still that bitch. I am still the one. Okay, not the two or the three, the one. And I don't want y'all to confuse things because let y'all tell it. Y'all start talking your little shit and spreading your rumors. Y'all make it seem like I'm not who I'm supposed to be in these streets. And that's just not the case. Okay, so Maria's talking big at the table. Finally, she just said, just come over to the ribbon cutting. Come over to the ribbon cutting and enjoy yourselves, okay? Anyway, after she gets that out, Marie asked Kerri about her restaurant. Baby, is Brick and Spoon, is it doing okay? Is it still on life support, Heifer? Because you the main one talking. That's what she's saying inside of her head anyway. Brick and Spoon, how's it going? Is it still on life support? And Kerri gives a very cute answer. Oh, we had 2 buyers, but they both fell through. We're just trying to figure things out. And she ends it. She does not give any extra emotion like we saw her doing with Matt. Why can't you cry with me? Why can't you make me feel better? You know what I'm saying? Why can't we both mourn this business together? She's not doing any of that. She gives a very cute package answer. We figured it out. Let's move on. I'll give y'all some other shit to talk about, like my mama-in-law. Okay? Now that heifer is working my last damn nerve. She has some land, 300, 400 acres. I don't even know. What I do know is that she has no responsibility for it. She had divorced Matt's father long before he passed away. And the fact that she keeps holding this land that is rightfully mine and my husband's over our head is a problem for me. So they're all sitting there like, oh my God, Kerri, goddamn. Anyway, Marie's sitting there like, bitch, I just knew it. I just knew that you had some extra problems because you were a liar. You're a flip-flopper. You never tell the same story. You never tell the story the same way twice. There's something about you I don't like, ho. That's what Maria's saying in her mind on the side. And then when Kerri gets it all out, Marie looks at her and said, so you and Matt okay? Y'all ain't got no problems? And Kerri said, me and Matt are good. And she went, So are you telling me that with everything that you got going on, this business failing, money problems, your mama-in-law, you and Matt don't have one fucking problem? Is that what you're saying? And Kerri said, me and Matt is good, okay? We cool. We ride like that. And she went, okay. You know what I'm saying? Because Marie, oh my goodness, Marie cannot stand Marie cannot stand Kerri. I didn't know how deep it was, but Marie has completely taken her sights off of trees. and she has put them all on Kerri Paul. Okay, I am loving this season. Is it illegal to jack up the rent by 5,000? It is not. It is not. Whoever owns the building can set the rates for whatever they want to set it at. They could have asked for $1 million and it would have been totally cool. But yes. So anyway, after they wrap that little scene up, we get Treese, who tells the ladies that her and Letitia had did a husband swap where they had to talk to each other's husbands about, the wife's grievances and see if they can get them on the same page. But she said after it was all done and over with, that her and Glenn ended up talking about having a bachelorette and bachelor party in Atlanta, and that everybody's invited. They're all coming. We're going to do this for our girl Selena, who we know is under a lot of stress right now with this wedding planning. And she said, I don't care. Everybody can come. The Bells and the Beaux. Make sure you bring your significant other. And if you want to come single, that's cool. But the Bells and the Beaux are invited. We are going to get down in Atlanta. Okay. So y'all, that's basically how the scene ends. I just want to say for this scene in particular, Marie and Kerri are two of my favorite people in this season. It might change season to season, but Marie and Kerri are two of my favorite right now. I am digging them. And if we are watching TV the way we're supposed to, every season, your favorite person might have their villain season. That's just what it is. If you do reality TV right, you're going to have your villain season just like you do in real life. You're not always liked by everybody. Okay? I don't give a damn how good you think you are to people. You are not always liked. And I love the fact that the Bells, they are riding with the wave. Now, I had some concerns about Latrice when, who was it? When Soguchi and I forgot the other person's name, Akeisha, I had some concerns about her when they left because I didn't think she was strong enough to, weather what was coming for her from the comment section, but she got it together and I'm happy about that. But anyway, come on in. Let's talk about Mr. Glenn. Mr. Glenn takes his son. Oh my goodness, this was a cute scene. Y'all know I love the kids. I don't care. I don't care. All kids are cute to me. They are all cutie pies. And that's it. They should all be celebrated. Y'all know how I feel about Black babies. We don't celebrate Black babies enough. They need to feel loved. They need to be seen. Make sure you look them in the eye. When you see them on the street, look them in the eye, smile at them, tell them they're cute. I do that every time I go outside, just to make sure somebody knows they've heard something nice about them. If not for me, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that day. So this cutie pie shows up on the show and he gets speaking roles this time with his daddy. They go to the barbershop, child. He looks exactly like Glenn and Letitia. He looks like the best of both of them. Anyway, y'all know this is Glenn moment to have this father-son time and to show that he loves his son, He's pouring into his son. He's talking to him about school and things. And he said he's 12 years old now. And this young man he's about to be a man. And this is the time where he really has to be involved in his life to make sure that he understands that he's coming up. He's coming up. You can only get older from here, baby. You don't walk backwards. I remember there was a interview with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, and say what you want about them and who they are as parents, whatever it is. This always stuck in my head. There's a moment where they have this conversation about there's a moment where they talk about Will telling Jada, I have to take my son and teach. This is a moment where I'm supposed to teach him how to be a man. And you need to stay the fuck out of it, right? I guess, boys in particular, girls too, but boys in a different way. They want to test things, okay? And so Will said to his wife, Stay out of it. You baby him, you coddle him. I tell him he's done something wrong and you want to come up behind me and make the shit right. Don't do it the fuck again. And in order to make sure you don't do it again, I am going to take him out of this house and we're going somewhere for the summer or whatever that shit was, right? So that he can understand what it is that he's about to go into his next season, right? And Jada said, as hard as it was for her, she said, I had to let him do it because I understood it. And that was such a powerful conversation to put out in the public to judge, because that's real in the same way Black mamas are with daughters. There's a point where you have to say, this is how you're going to be seen. And I don't care how much money you got in your pocket. I don't care what college you go to. This is what you need to know so that you carry yourself a certain way. Same thing with boys. And even though we want to think that fathers are always involved, mamas can't always do that with their sons. It has to be another man. It has to be another man. Anyway, this is what this moment reminded me of, like the conversation he was kind of having with his son, asking him about school, and then having a harder conversation, which was, Glenn says, he sees how me and Letitia are dealing with each other at the crib. He knows what we're doing, right? He sees us. We don't talk to each other. We can walk past each other like we don't see each other. And the only time we do talk is when the three of us are sitting at the dinner table. And I know he feels that shit. I know he's seen me and his mama go through things, break up, get back together, and it has never been this bad. So he has a conversation with him where he says to him, I know you see what me and your mama is going through, and I want you to know that we're working on it and that I love her. And I don't want you to think that just because you see us not engaging each other the way we used to, that we're not working on it. And I was like, oh my God, like how important was that moment for him to have with his son? And even having other men who, because there was other people in the barbershop, being able to yes sir, that moment, have that little amen section. That shit was awesome. I loved it. I wish that we had more moments like that on TV. And even though we didn't see everything, you know what I'm saying? Because there's cameras there and whatever that might be, that's real shit. That's real stuff. You have friends, and I've done this with my friends, where they're like, I need to take my daughter. We're going to have this moment out. And she doesn't listen to me the way she should, but I need you there too, because she loves you and she'll listen to you and just kind of back me up or say what you need to say. That is so real. And that's what they mean when they say it takes a village. Anyway, it was an awesome scene. It was an awesome scene. And kudos to Glenn and kudos to Letitia for them both agreeing to let their son on television to have that moment. It was a cool moment. It was just cool. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, loved it. But Glenn tells him that this is grown folk shit, and you might not understand it all the way, but when you get older, this is one of the things that's going to stick in your mind. When you're with your wife or your girlfriend, whomever, your partner, and y'all are talking about y'all kids or whatever, you're going to remember this, that my mama and daddy worked their way through it. They tried, because we love you more than anything. And the choices that we make is always with you in mind. Like, that is something that they need to hear. Anyway, it was just cool. And I hope that y'all all had an opportunity to see it. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next scene. The next scene is Marie's ribbon cutting. Okay, the next scene is Marie's ribbon cutting, and she's opening up, I forgot what the street is called. I think it's called Polly Street or something like that. But this is the location that she was getting together. Even though she had to close one location because too much rent, she does have this other one opening. And she said, bitch, make no mistake, I got 9 clinics. I started this practice, this healthcare business when I was in my 20s. Then I went and I got my PhD, and you know what I'm saying? They called me Dr. Marie, Dr. Monroe. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I know what I got going on. Okay. And she said, I'm opening up my 9th clinic and I need for the Bells to recognize what I bring to the table, who I am, just in case y'all forgot. Because sometimes we don't talk about the stuff we're supposed to talk about as a collective. Now y'all are here. You can see it with your own damn 2 peepers. Okay. I want all the haters, all the people that was talking about me on the sidelines. I want y'all to recognize that you were wrong, that you got that story wrong, and y'all can sneaky hate some goddamn place else, okay? Anyway, I don't know if she was trying to include Tamber in that conversation or what, but Tamber said, baby, I love what Marie got going on. I'm not the hater she talking about. I'm not the hater she talking about. I love what Marie has going on. That bitch is a winner, okay? She wins. And when Marie is in her winning moment, her winning season, I'ma always give her her props, okay? Now, I understand that she thinks that people are out here talking about her, sneak hating on her, whatever the case may be. But she said, we all drove past the location that's closed. It had a leasing sign right there in the yard. Y'all know they put them little, those stands into the grass. She said, we know your ass used to be there. So when we saw it was leased, we was like, is she leasing it? Is a landlord leasing it? She said it was just a moment that, anybody would ask a question. So she was like, I think you're putting too much on it, too much stank on the fact that people are going to be normally curious about why you weren't in that building anymore. Nobody was hating on you, girl. We just went past the building, saw the shit that you weren't there no more, that it was for lease. And we was just naturally curious about it, but nobody was sneak hating on you, okay? She was like, don't be getting upset with us for having questions, okay? We just had a question. That's it. Anyway, after it was all said and done, Marie ends up saying, eat your heart out, whoever had the problem. And Marie and Letitia ends up sitting with Tambra about the Atlanta trip, okay? They're like, girl, we are so happy that you are opening yourself up more, letting us know about you and little TJ, that Tambra Jr., but London Simone, that you are letting us know about London Simone and what's going on between you and Damon, girl. Like, we are so lucky that we've squashed the beef. So is he coming with you to Atlanta for this bachelorette and bachelor party? Because we know the men are all friends. So it seems like the 2 of y'all would be coming together. Tambra, they still on your neck, girl. I promise you. The way Marie smiles when they be trying to get in Tambra's business lets me know everything I need to know. Letitia plays it off a little bit better, but Marie be giving a look like, bitch, go ahead and lie, because I know you're about to say something that's a lie, and that's the truth, okay? But Tambra ends up saying, no, because London Simone needs a babysitter, and y'all know I don't let just anybody babysit London Simone. Now, if my daddy wasn't sick, I would bring London Simone to my mama's house and she would watch her. But because my daddy is sick, I'm gonna let Damon watch London Simone, and he can also help out with my parents because my mama still needs help with my daddy. So that's what it is. Now, do I wish he could come? Sure, I do. But he can't. Okay, so it is what it is. And you bitches get out of my business. I'm going to give y'all this cute little answer. Y'all can take it however you want to take it. Y'all can think we're not together, or you can think we are together. You can think we went half on a baby as friends if you want to think so. I don't care, but this is what it is for me. This is a story that I'm telling, and I'm sticking with it. I'm never going to change it. And that's pretty much how the scene ends. Tambra is standing on it. Damon is not allowed to go to any place that she does with the Bells. Could she have gotten another babysitter? I don't know. But he's not allowed to do anything when she goes out with the Bells. And it is what it is, okay? Come on in, everybody. Hit the like button and share the video. Hit the like button and share the video. Thank you, Butterfly. Thank you, Butterfly. Anyway, that's how it ended. I'm going to say that when y'all heard that video, that interview from No Chaser and Marie, when Marie was saying there's at least two Bells that need to be demoted or just relieved, given their walking papers completely, I think she was referring to Tambra as one. And I also think that she might be referring to Selena. I do. She can't be referring all the way to Kerri, because Kerri isn't leaning on everybody for a storyline, but I do think she's involving Tambra in this season. And I can't wait till we get to the end of the season, because I want to know what happened that's causing Marie to be this vocal about it. But that's what I think. All right, let's move on. Let's do a new poll before we move on, because I need to ask you guys about Letitia and Glenn. Y'all, they had went to the lawyer that Glenn went to see about the post-nup. So yes, y'all still agree. The majority of y'all agree that Marlene has a right to talk about that land, and that Kerri needs to fall back. Okay, Kerri needs to fall back. That's what the poll. I'm about to end this poll, and we're going to do another one on Letitia and Glenn. Okay, so let's hold on for 1 second while I get this poll up. Okay. All right, you guys. So I put up a new poll for Letitia, and I want you guys to answer this in the chat. The poll should be right above the chat. And if you are watching the replay, answer it in the comments. My question is it fair for Tisha to ask to retain all the income from her businesses or not? And if you're answering yes, it's hers. Put it in the chat or put it on the poll. And if you don't believe she should do that, no, marriage doesn't work like that. It's 50-50. Put it in the poll, okay? But let me get to this scene, because baby, this was interesting. Okay? So Glenn and Tisha pull up in a big body Benz, child, this big white Benz. I don't even remember them having this particular car. I don't know if it's just for the scene or what, but they pull up in this big ass white big body Benz right in front of the lawyer's office that Glenn had went to see about the post-nup. Okay. And Tisha gets out the car. I guess she's kind of surprised that he's taken her here. Maybe he said, just get in the car and we'll figure it out. But when she gets out the car, she was like, what the hell is this? Why am I here? Shouldn't I have received an email or something, a DM, a text message before you just pull up in front of this lawyer's office? And she's kind of curious what it is. Maybe she didn't believe Glenn 100% when he said that he didn't go to the lawyer to ask about divorce, right? And she even said that, is this the lawyer you spoke to about the divorce? And he's like, get that out your mind, Tisha. I never talked to her about the divorce. I talked to her about a post-nup that you brought to me. I needed to know what you was working with, what this was about. Okay. He said, but because now I want to be 100% open with you, I want you to go in and us have this conversation together, right? And Tisha said, cool, I'll go in. Just know I don't like the bitch. Once I heard about it, I don't like her. I don't like her. I don't know what my mouth is going to say once I get inside here, but cool. Okay, but cool. So once they get in, Tisha sits down, and the lawyer, she was real nice. She was like, I did get a chance to talk to Glenn. It's very nice meeting you. Very respectful, even though she's Glenn's attorney. She didn't try to, one up Tisha at all. And she was like, so just tell me your concerns. Tell me what you would like to do. Okay. Now, y'all remember, Tisha said, I sat down with a financial advisor. The financial advisor told me to get a post-nup. And Tisha was pretty much saying that the post-nup was supposed to protect the assets in the event of a divorce, but she did not want a divorce, right? But she says to Glenn's attorney, she says, listen, this is the first time in my life that I have blown up. I've blown up. I'm getting offers. People are interested in me in business in ways that I didn't even know was possible. I'm coming into my own, and I want to keep it that way. And she tells Glenn's lawyer point blank, I want to retain the income I make for my businesses. I want that to be my money. I don't want Glenn to get shit. I don't want him to have one penny of what I make in my businesses. What I would like to do from this point forward is to pay 50% of everything in the household. So he makes his money, and I don't give a shit what his money looks like. If Glenn was to hit the lottery, because this is what you're saying, Tisha, if Glenn was to hit the lottery, if, something happened to him on the job and he ended up getting a big settlement, that's his money. Okay? Because life is going to take you through some different situations. You know what I'm saying? But that's his money. And I want my money to be my money. And we just come and split the household bills and anything for our children or our child, 50-50. I don't give a damn if it's a pair of shoes. If Junior needs a pair of shoes and the shit costs $30, here's 15, okay? I want to put half on the baby. Just like the R. Kelly song. Put half on the baby, put half on the utilities, half on the mortgage. I don't give a fuck what he paid before. If y'all hear thunder and lightning, I'm hopefully going to wrap this up before the power goes out, because Atlanta is good for knocking out the damn power. But anyway, she said, I'm going half from this point forward. That's what I want. Now, I was sitting there watching the episode like, ooh, Tisha, I know you think that you got this great thing happening now, but you got to know that life moves in ebbs and flows. Sometimes you hitting it big and you're supposed to take advantage of it, but sometimes life makes your ass have a seat. And if you have a partner, that's where that partner kicks in. That's what that's for. So asking for this particular agreement in this part of your relationship, girl, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. Anyway, she says that, and the attorney could have said, wow, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy, because she had already told Glenn, y'all have already been married for umpteen many years. And whatever Letitia is doing now, whether she thinks so or not, it's happening with your investment of time, with your investment of money. She's pulled it out of a joint bank account and she's putting it in to her current business. So whatever she makes belongs to you too. 50% minimum belongs to you. This is what that attorney already said. But this time, even though she's listening to Tisha, she's probably thinking, girl, you a damn fool. You're a damn fool. Okay. What she actually ends up saying to her is, I understand, right? Because Glenn is on the side. Glenn says, I've had an opportunity to think about it. I've had an opportunity to think about all this. And sometimes I lead with my emotions. And anybody who knows me knows that I am a petty, BAN, okay? Y'all know I can be a petty bitch ass ninja, and that's just what it is, okay? I was born that way. That's how I'm equipped. And I'm glad Tisha loves me, but I had a chance to sit and reflect on all of this. And the truth of the matter is, the reason why this woman doesn't trust me is because of me. I put all of this shit in her lap. And then after putting it in her lap, this is literally what Glenn says on TV. After giving her a reason not to trust me, I just expect her to get back on the horse. Get back on the horse and trust me like this shit never happened. And the fact of the matter is, and this might be shit he got at the barbershop, the fact of the matter is, I got to include her in on everything in order to rebuild that trust, because I'm the one who fucked it up. So because of that, I'm going to let Letitia know right here in front of the lawyer who told me I deserve 50%. He says to Letitia and the lawyer, I don't want shit from Tisha. I don't want her money. I don't want it. So if you need me to sign something right now, I'll do it to prove to her I don't want that from her. What I want is her original heart back. Now, he ain't getting that shit back either, because that's just what it is. Once you change a motherfucker, you changed him. Okay? You told her already that she was coming in second, that there might be a baby on the way with another bitch. You said all of that to her, and you ain't ever going to get her to the other side, back to the other side of that, Glenn. You just got to accept it. But he's sitting here saying, if I can get your original heart, which we don't even know what the parameters of that is. What does the original heart looks like? Because when you were talking to her on that beach, you made it seem like you needed her to wait on you hand and foot. And she told you already that Letitia don't exist anymore. She gone. She dead and she buried. And you can get your ass down in the ground with her if you want. But she ain't never coming up and jumping back inside of me. That's a spirit that's laid to rest forever. Okay, but Glenn said, I need your original heart back, which I guess is like music to Tisha's ears. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I'm so happy that he agreed to that, because, I want the old Bonnie and Clyde. I want us to be the old Bonnie and Clyde again. Girl, no. Stand on business. You told him that's not where you were, that you can't be that no more. And you should say, I don't even know who that person is anymore. Okay. Now, Letitia is stepping outside. Y'all see him right there. Glenn and Tisha out there looking bad as fuck. Tisha got on that little midriff top and that damn blue skirt. She is out there looking fire and letting Glenn know, baby, you're going to have to quote me. Get me back to the old place if that's what you want me. Okay. But yeah, so all of that happens at the lawyer's office. And the lawyer looks at both of them and said, baby, I hate when y'all come in here with this, unrealistic point of view. Get your mind together. This is what lawyers are supposed to do. And she said, baby, Letitia, what I want you to do is meet with your own attorney. Okay. Not me, because I can't tell you what to do. So meet with your own attorney. Glenn, you meet with me or whomever you trust. And then y'all work out the terms of what the fuck y'all want. Okay. Because right now you're speaking in ideals, and ideals is not what this is about. You talk in terms. We'll put it out there. We'll get that paperwork together, and we're going to give you an ironclad agreement, meaning y'all couldn't break this motherfucker if you tried, unless you want to put it in writing again. But what you put in there stays. Okay. And now that y'all are in a good place, you're feeling better about each other, do that. Because Letitia, if you go to your lawyer is going to tell you he deserves half. This is hard to do. And he can be a sap about it if he wants to, and sign away everything if that's what he wants. But you want to make sure that he's in the right headspace, that you're not taking advantage of him, because he'll challenge this later on, because y'all have been together for a long time. And if Glenn's attorney speaks to him one-on-one, she's going to tell him the same thing. You're working against your best interest, right? But anyway, I had y'all take the poll. So let's get the results, baby. Let's get the results. And if you are watching the replay, go ahead and put it in the chat. I asked y'all if it was fair for Letitia to ask to retain all of the income from the businesses, from her businesses, and 59% of y'all said, yes, it's hers. Fuck Glenn. Okay. Tell him to shake a bone, get the hell on, all the things. While 39% of y'all said that it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And Letitia should know better. So, we'll see what happens next. But that's how that scene ended. Tisha said that she feels much better. She feels much better about going to the bachelorette and bachelor party in Atlanta because her and Glenn have been so off that now she's happy that he's, come around and he's seeing her side of things, because she already said, I supported this motherfucker in a horrible ass rap career. Okay, so he can support me. Well, now it sounds like he does want to support her and he's putting this out there. So we shall see what happens next, y'all. But I am liking the storyline. I am liking that Glenn came around. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that he said she has the right to follow her damn dreams. And that's what matters here. Because Glenn, she is not your concubine, okay? She's not your handsmaid tale. She's not going to wait on you hand and foot no more. It just ain't going to happen. It ain't. I mean, I hope not anyway. Anyway, that's where the scene ends. And now we are at the last scene, okay? Pretty much the last scene. The Bells make their way up to Atlanta. Some of them took a plane. Some of them took an automobile, like Kerri's husband, Matt, who said, baby, I know who my wife is. I'm adding to this scene because of who Kerri is. But he said, I know who my wife is. And we have been and got all the way down here and somebody's going to fall out with Kerri. And I'm going to need to be able to get in a car and drive our asses back to Mississippi. Okay. I don't want to be waiting for no damn plane or seeing if we can get that damn high ass plane ticket. Because Kerri ruffles feathers. She rubs people the wrong way. The wrong way. And so since I know who my wife is, I'm going to drive down there just in case we need to spin back around. And he's not lying. Okay. You said he wanted some peace and quiet. That too. But I think he knows who Kerri is. I think he knows group trip. Oh, no, not Kerri. Kerri's not a group trip kind of person. Okay. Anyway, they are all in their respective cars. Treese in Woodstock, her husband, Cliff, is in a car with Tisha and Glenn. And then Kerri is in the car with Marie and Selena and Mike. Okay. And Tambra. Tambra's also in that car. So, Tree says she wanted to get Marie and Kerri in the same car together because they got the most problems in the group. So she wanted to make sure they can talk out some things, be on the same page before they get to the house. But that's not really what happens. Marie, we know Marie can bring the thunder. We know it. But Marie is feeling a way about Kerri. She feels like she sticks her nose in everybody's business. And so did the other Bells. Selena said it. Pretty much anytime we've seen a group issue go down and we've seen Kerri get involved in it, everybody in their confessional is like, well, Kerri, please shut the hell up and fall back. Why is she in it? She don't even know what's going on between these people for real. And that has been the same conversation since the day Kerri entered this show. Okay, just so we stay on the same page about Kerri. Do I like her? Yes. But she has a strong personality and everybody has said so. Now, Marie has a strong personality as well. In fact, I'll say all of them do at the end of the day. But Kerri seems to be inserting herself in a way that nobody likes. Nobody likes and everybody said something about. Okay? But same thing applies here. Marie is in this damn car and she once again says after this opening, after her ribbon cutting, have I answered y'all fucking questions about my businesses since everybody seems to be, dipping and dapping and don't know what's happening? It's that kind of conversation. And Selena says, bitch, you ain't talking about me. You must be talking about Kerri. This is hilarious. She said, you must be talking about Kerri. You can't be talking about me. I said, not Selena instigating the whole thing. You could have just stayed quiet. Oh my goodness. But Kerri's like, what did I get wrong? Didn't you close a business? Do you have these LLCs in different names? And she said, no, baby, I ain't got an LLC. I have a corporation. Get that together. That's your first mistake. Okay. She went, okay, Kerri's like, bitch, I don't care about your corporation and I don't care about your LLC or anything else you have, okay? Congrats to you, okay? Looks like mental health services is still intact in the state of Mississippi. What the fuck you want from me? Okay, Kerri's not taking responsibility for anything. At this point, she's like, Marie, even if I said it, I don't care. Like, you are bringing me thunder that I don't even give two shits about. We talked about it. So what? Okay. And this pisses Marie off too, because she wants to humble Kerri. Every time people have a problem with somebody, they always want to humble them. Girl, you humbled her when you had the ribbon cutting. You said, this is my ninth location. I'm going to have my other one that was at this building open here. You said it. Anyway, that's where she is. You said Kerri is trying to maintain her business and her marriage. That's true. That's true. You're right. You're right. Anyway, after she gets all that out, because that was really the main thing that happened in the car. In Teresa's car, they're having a good time. They don't have any of those problems that the other car is having, okay? But Teresa says, listen, Kerri, of all the people, because y'all may remember, she said Kerri, when she had a chance to do a group trip, she put my ass in a room with Letitia, knowing that she and I had problems, okay? Like serious bad fucking energy, bad blood between us, as thick as quicksand, bad blood between us. And she put my ass in a room with bunk beds over there in the house with Letitia. She said, I'm about to repay the favor. I'm about to repay the favor. I'm going to let her know what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And hopefully she takes it, in stride. She takes it as a good moment, because she's about to get whatever the smallest room is, and she's about to get whatever the most fucked up room is. Okay. And even Glenn, because she said me and Glenn is about to pick these rooms out. And Glenn said, well, there's two women coming as singles. Why wouldn't they get the small room? And she basically said, because I said so. Stay out of it, okay? You're gonna come in the house with me and help me pick out the rooms, Glenn. But it's my business where Kerri sleeps. Kerri and her husband, okay? And she went in there with her Post-it notes, child. She got herself a shot of I don't know, something, vodka, tequila, whatever the hell it was. And they went through this house, which the outside of the house was beautiful. I'm going to give them that. But I don't know what the pictures to that Airbnb look like online, but on camera, that should look horrible, okay? They had blankets over the couches. I'm assuming the couches may have been messed up from, whatever years and years of guests and coming through there. The kitchen looked basic as shit to me. I hope whoever's listening don't know this house. Don't take this personal, child. I don't have no problems. I don't want no problems with nobody. But I was like, oh, that Airbnb looks awful to me. It looked bad. It looked bad. The beds, the way they had the floor, that epoxy shit on the floor. I don't know. I was like, I wouldn't pick this for myself. I wish I would have went to the cabins. There's some cabins here in Atlanta. It's a little further out, but those cabins are beautiful. The rooms are beautiful, child. I went to one. Anyway, she went through the house and they made light of it. They made it seem like all the rooms was a winner when it wasn't, except for the room they put Kerri in. Kerri and Matt. They went to this shoebox ass room, and I do mean a shoe box. There was no room to spin around. If two people was in there would have been no room to spin around with both of them standing up. That's how small it was. One of them would have had to stay laying on the bed and let the other one walk out the room so that they could also get out the bed and leave. That's how small it was. It had a sleeper sofa in that mother and a TV on the wall. It looked like, again, I'm not joking. I don't even know how this was an option for a room. But y'all know, if you sleep in the same room with somebody, that room gets hot just from body heat and breathing. Okay. turn the air conditioner on 55. It is hot in here. But she went in there and said, is this a look? Treese went in there and went, is this a room for real? Because she didn't even think it should have been a room. And Glenn said, ain't no way we can put Matt and Kerri in this room. And Latrice said, the fuck is that so? She ended up putting Kerri and Matt's name on that damn post-it and slapped it on the door. She said, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. She did it to me. I'm doing it to her. That's where they're going to be staying for the next 3 days or 4 days or whatever this shit was, a weekend trip to this bachelorette and bachelor party. And we had Letitia and Woodstock. They were sitting in the car waiting to be brought in. And we hear Cliff say, listen, I don't know what Treese and Glenn is doing in there, but it sounds like the devil is at work and we should be going inside to see what's up. When they went inside, they saw that room and they went, ain't no fucking way. And even Letitia said, baby, I know I wouldn't stay in there. So when Kerri gets here, we know we have already started a problem in this group. The problem has already started before the group has gotten here good, in other words. And that's really how everything ended. We will see what part 2 is next week. Anyway, bravo for this episode. It was well done. I enjoyed every scene. Every scene was good to me. I really did. I loved it. Anyways, y'all, that's it. Y'all know how I feel about y'all. I love you. Thank you for coming over and hanging out with me. Thank you to my sister for helping moderate the group, moderate the chat. Anyway, I usually go back and read all of your comments because I like to see what y'all got to say. I like to see what y'all got to say in here. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Let me get my screen back up, okay? Everybody, please, if you are new here and you are not subscribed already, become a subscriber and turn your notification bells on. That way you don't miss a thing. And if you are part of the cousins of our group, of our cookout, then yes, thank y'all for all the ice and cups and all the food y'all brought, all the stuff y'all brought over. A lot of y'all was just eating away and y'all didn't get a chance to talk to me good, okay? But y'all take something home with you, okay? Just in case. If there's a lot of food left, go on ahead and take it home with you. Hit the like button, share the video, follow me on all platforms at DYANAROZAY. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. Thank you to No Chaser for letting me use his video. I appreciate y'all. And until the next one, bye-bye.